Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Super thrilled to be in the room with you all again today. I am your host, Karena Calhoun. In case you don't know, I am the introverted and influential woman business strategist. Super thrilled to be here today. We have another amazing guest, Miss Keisha Brown. Keisha, how are you doing today?
I am good. I am blessed. I am rested. I am just ready to go.
I seldom get people saying that they're rested. So I love that you put that in there. That is so key. It is so vital.
Yes, rest is important.
100%. 100%. So Keisha, tell us where in the world you are.
I am in New Jersey, actually, Jersey Shore.
Okay. So I think I've been there a couple of times. Is Atlantic City on the Jersey Shore?
Well, that's considered South Jersey,
Okay.
but I'm not too far from Atlantic City. I'm like in between.
Okay. I've
Yeah,
been to Atlantic City a couple of times. So I don't gamble. I don't know
okay.
how to gamble. I don't know how to play spades. Okay.
Me either. So
Okay,
don't do
good.
that. And that's the spades is like a Jersey, New York thing.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know how to play either, and every time I play, I get kicked off the. I
I
get
was
kicked
I
off
was
the
always
team.
the DJ. I was always the DJ because I just could not swing it. But I remember several times going to Atlantic City.
Uh huh.
Not a gambler, don't know how to gamble. First time I sat, so they had like this round, like elevated type game, like
Uh huh.
games going, and you could sit in the seat, and like there were just chairs all around, and games and stuff. And so
Wow.
I sat in the seat, and it was like almost nobody there. But I sat in the seat, and all of a sudden all these lights started going off. And somebody walked up to me and said, "You just won." I think I won like $3,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just from
Okay.
sitting in the seat. And then it happened again another time. So I'm like, I don't know how to gamble, but thank you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just sat in the seat. I
Exactly.
didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, that's my experience with New Jersey. I love to find out where people are.
Mhm.
Some places I've been, some places of course I have not because I talk to people all over the world. But I'm like making a mental note of where I want to go. So Jersey Shore, I think because seafood.
Uh huh. Uh
So
huh.
I think I want to go there. So Keisha, I would love to find out how you are loving on the world around you.
Well, I'm a woman of many hats.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with. I first of all, I love people. And I have a heart to serve others. And the way that I do that is by creating stories or actually taking other people's stories and other people's real life situations and turning it into a brilliant storyline through my scripts. So I am a playwright and I'm also an author. So I use my writing platform as a voice, as a way to give people who feel like they don't have a voice to get their stories out. And I also have a platform called the Healing Exchange where I interview other people who have gone through a healing journey, whether they were sick or dealing with a mental illness or grief or whatever the case may be. I give them that opportunity to share and tell people how they got through it. A lot of times, we know people to have gone through certain situations, but we don't really get to hear how did they get through it and where they are now. So that is part of my whole, I guess, who I am, how I'm making an impact out here in the world, just trying to be a better version of myself and use the gifts that God has given me to really impact people, and especially women who may have suffered from domestic violence. I too am a product, childhood prodigy from domestic violence. So I try to take every painful situation I experienced in my life or in my childhood and change the narrative.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. I think you and I are a lot alike in the regard of taking those negative, bad situations and changing it. I
Yeah.
think that's so key and so vital because sometimes, we're not able to grow past where we experience those things. And unfortunately, it could have been years ago. So I know you talked about having experienced certain things, but let's talk about first the playwright part. I don't know that I can say I've met a playwright before.
Okay.
So I would love to know how you got started in that. How did you know, like, this is the thing for me? And then how did you get started in it?
I really didn't know. I think I've always been animated where I create characters in my brain, in my head a lot. And a lot of times, growing up in a trauma environment will cause you to create images or people in your mind. And I believe those people were designed to protect me. So I always had a thing for plays growing up, but I don't think anyone around me paid enough attention to see that part of me. So I really didn't discover who I was or that I had an interest in it until I became an adult. So what I did, I decided I wanted to write a play, and I did. It was my first play was called Stolen Dreams, and I took the storyline basically from my family, friends, colleagues, or anything that I saw someone else go through in life and say, how could I write about this, give them a voice, but then change the narrative to where it's more powerful, it's more impactful, and that other people watching could see themselves through the story. And so my first production I remember was actually, I'm sorry, it wasn't Stolen Dreams. It was Hear My Cry, which is about HIV orphans. And I remember writing the play and needing sponsorship. And I went to someone to say, hey, I got this play, you know, yes, I'm an amateur or whatever, I'm new to this. And they said, nobody wants to hear a play about orphans. Nobody's going to buy a ticket to support you in that. And I was crushed, like crushed. So I cried for about 20 minutes in my car. And then I really said, okay, Keish, well, what are you going to do about it? And then I said, I'm going to do it myself. Now, mind you, I didn't go to school for it, none of that. I just decided that I was going to do this. And so I got my cast together. Basically, I'm in New Jersey. My cast was actually, I got them all from New York. And they were amazing people. So I did a casting call. And then I met some amazing people that were already in the industry. And so what they did, they kind of brought me in and was teaching me as I was doing this. So I was really fortunate to have some great people around me that saw the potential and said, no, we could do it this way. And then, no, you want to have this person part of the cast or this person play this character. So because I was able to be teachable, I was able to learn and grow from my peers and from my actresses that were part of my cast, which is outside of the norm. Usually you have someone that's more experienced, someone who really knows the ropes. But in my case, I think they just saw my heart, they saw my
Mm.
passion for it. And I wanted to create something community based where anybody, whether you're no matter what race, denomination, no matter what color you are, you can sit in my and the audience and you can relate to the story some way, somehow. So
That is amazing. And I love how you talked about just really coming back from that no,
right.
because that is so, so incredibly powerful, just that right there. Okay, they
Hmm.
said no, but what are you going to do? You gave yourself time to feel
Hmm.
and to express, to sit in those emotions and then recover. 100% recover.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then I got knocked down again. After several plays, my dance instructor and my makeup artist passed away.
Mm.
And we were right at the height of building momentum with the plays. We were selling out shows left and right in New Jersey. Now I was doing shows in New Jersey and New York. And so at this particular time, they both died within months apart from each other. And I was crushed because they were the ones calling me when I was tired. Hey, you need to get up. We got rehearsal in an hour. Where are you? And I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And they're like, no, push through. I don't care if you got a cold. We got rehearsal. We got this show to do.
Wow.
They were so committed to the vision that even in the times where I wasn't fully committed, they pushed me. They really made me accountable for the very thing that I said I wanted, and made sure that I fell through it, that I went through with it. And so when they passed away, needless to say, I went into a state of depression.
Mm.
I was discouraged. I'm not doing this anymore. I didn't write for a long time after that. And I think it was about maybe a year and a half where I started to say, I could hear their voices. Like I could hear their voices in my head saying, get up. Okay, how long you gonna cry? you
Mhm.
know, um, and it was always during the bathroom. Like I don't know what this was. It was like I would be in the bathroom and I could hear, okay, are you gonna just gonna give up like that? All the rehearsals we did, all the time and energy we spent. So I could hear them literally their spirit giving me strength. And I would block it out a lot of times because I'd be like, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just not. But then I started thinking, I owe them. If I don't do anything else, I have to get up because they can't.
Mm.
I have to do this because they're not able to live out their dream. My dance instructor, he was brilliant. He's not able to dance. So now I have to get up and I have to live this thing out. If I don't do anything else, I have to at least push the push the narrative. I have to push this dream, this goal, this vision forward because they have people that were invested in me. They invested their time, their energy, their gifts, their talents in me. They believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And so now I owe it to them to believe in me so that I could, pay it forward. And so they can at least say, look, she did it.
Mm. That is so incredibly powerful. Keisha, what would you want people hearing this episode? What would you want them to know from just from that experience? Because, and you've said a lot. I mean, if you say nothing else, that's like it right there. But I still want to go deeper because I have this feeling from you of just a calm deepness that is very, very profound. And so I would love to hear, what is it that you would want those listening just from that experience? And we're going to get into a couple of other things that you talked about. So y'all just know we might go a little bit longer because this one right here, this one right here, I feel it. But what would you want people to know, to learn, to really gain from that experience?
I would say, first of all, whatever vision you have, whatever God has given you to do on this planet while you're still able to do it, don't allow your past circumstances hinder you. Don't allow what you're dealing with now because now is temporary. It's going to it's going to pass. It's going to get better. But what you do with the time that you have now, it determines on how your end result is going to be. So I want you to really think about all the things that you wanted to do, you dreamed of doing, but you allowed either past circumstances or voices that you heard or conversations that that were spoken to you that you could not do it. I want you to block out the noise. I want you to block out the naysayers. I want you, even if they're family members that told you this is not going to work, block it out totally and get serious and get real with yourself. First, you got to get honest that where you are is not where you want to be. You have to decide that you want more and that wanting more is okay. So many of us is scared to go higher. We are scared to think higher because we have been taught to stay in the comfort zone, stay where you are, stay here where it's comfortable at. But you can't grow in comfort. You have to
Mm,
get outside of the box and you have to get real with yourself. The moment you get real with yourself and stop lying to yourself and stop saying, I'm okay with this 9 to 5 job that I got. I'm okay with living paycheck to paycheck. I'm okay with driving whatever you're driving because you're what you're doing. The more you say that to yourself, your situation will never change because you have already limited yourself with what you have put out in the atmosphere and what you're thinking. So, first, you need to get real with yourself, honest with yourself, and say, this is not it for me. There is
mm,
more. I can go higher. I can do better. I don't care what that level is for you. It could be being a better mom to your kids. It could be a better wife, a better spouse. Or if you have dreams of writing a book, instead of writing one book, maybe you want to write 5. Maybe you want to have a collection. Whatever that goal is for you, only you can determine that. But don't be scared, so fearful to step out and just take the risk. You got to take some risk in life. If not, you would stay stuck, you would stay stagnated, and you would live in regret because you never took the chance on you. So get honest, get real, and then get serious about your craft. You know, get clarity and clear on what your vision is. I know we all have gifts, we all have talents, but there's that one thing that you put to the side, whether it's a book that you wrote 10 years ago and you never revisit it because you feel like nobody's going to support you, nobody's going to buy it, nobody's going to read it. My family told me I suck at it, I can't write, I can't sing, I can't do this. What are you saying to you? Because what you say to you, it determines where your destiny goes. It determines your next step. So I need you to start speaking to yourself as if you are already there. You are already on that stage. The audience is already filled. You need to see yourself where you want to be, not see yourself where you are now.
whew, my goodness. I hope y'all heard all of that. If go back and listen to it. I don't care how many times you need to listen to it because that was so powerful. I don't even know. I have no words for it other than it was powerful, and you need to really, really digest that because this lady is speaking truth, absolute truth. So, Keisha, you talked about being an author and so you're providing services for folks as far as being able to author their own books. Is that correct?
So, yes, part of my service is, and I'm laughing at this because I always say I'm a woman of many hats. It can be a blessing and a curse sometimes. But the beauty in what I do is I help people discover their gift. That's number one. And then I hold you accountable to your gift. Because if you tell me you want to do something, I'm that person. I will call you, I will text you. Where we at? What we doing? How far you got in your book? But part of the other thing that I do is I help authors bring their book to life by doing promo videos. So I ask them to send me maybe 2 paragraphs or the bio of their book, and I create a video to display what their book is about in video format. So I bring their story to life through video so that people can get a visual of their storyline. And so far, I've done it as a hobby to begin with. I just wanted to help other authors get their book out and for them to see the visual. And a lot of people enjoy that more than just, reading the bio itself. So I started doing that. As far as the plays, now I have been given the opportunity to write another script for another production company. So I'm working on that. And that's new for me because I have always created my own stuff. And so now I'm learning to partner with other people and to help tell their stories. So now I want to help. If you have a book, I want to bring your book to life through a script. If you want to change, you want to take your book, your story, and you want to have it as a stage production, I could create that script for you. So that's something new for me because I haven't done that before, and I'm just now doing it, and I'm loving the process because I get to again take something someone else created and make it into a whole level of creativity where they can visualize it. Now you can bring these characters that are in your book, bring them to the stage, and people can see it in a whole new dimension. And it's beautiful.
Wow. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, how can people get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me through my website, which is www.keema, Keema, enterprises.com. Or you can reach me on YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel, Think Higher Studios. Also on Facebook, Think Higher Studios. And if you need to just reach out, say hi, you can always reach out to me on either platform if you have a project in mind or you just want me to, you want to run some stuff by me. I'm always here and available.
I love this. Oh my goodness. So, any last words of wisdom you want to leave to our audience? Because listen, I feel like I can tap in with you at any point in time.
Yes, you can. I would say don't live in regret. Don't live in regret. The time is now. We're always waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect time, when the kids are out, when the kids are out the house, or when mom and them leave and auntie and them leave, and or we got $1 million in the bank account, honey. Let me tell you something. It may never be the perfect time, but what you have right now, if you have time, do it now. Do it now. Take the steps now so that as you get older and as you grow, you don't live back and think of, I coulda, I shoulda, I woulda, but I never reached that level and I stepped outside of my comfort zone because I was too scared, I was too fearful, or you just didn't know. But now you got somebody here that's telling you, if I could do it, you could do it. I'm no different than you. You're no different than me. We may have different stories, come from different backgrounds, but we all bleed the same. So get it done.
Oh my goodness. What an amazing, amazing episode. So, listen, y'all, go back and play and replay this as often as you need so that you can get this deep down in because this was phenomenal. I
Thank
like I
you.
tell you all, I do not do pre-show interviews for this very reason because I need authenticity. I don't want anything rehearsed. I don't want anything like that. And to be very honest with you all, I don't even review the applications. My team reviews them. So they decide who comes on the show, not me. So this is when I say I love this 100%. I
Thank you for
know, yes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I love this. So, Keisha, tell us one more time how we can get in touch with you because I want people to know that they really need to be able to get in touch with you because you are a
sure.
force to be reckoned with.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You can reach me. Oh, by the way, go to Amazon. You can purchase my two books. One is called Facing the Unknown, A Previver's Path to Wellness. It deals with my story about having a double mastectomy. The other one is Girl, Get Your Power Back. Do you want to be healed? And I'll talk about my childhood trauma growing up in a home with domestic violence. So those two books are on Amazon. Also, my website, Keema, www.keema, Keema, enterprises.com. Think Higher Studios on Facebook, Think Higher Studios on YouTube.
I love it. So, folks, this has been another amazing episode of Go Be Great with Coach Karena. I am your host, Coach Karena Calhoun, actually your strategist. And we've had on the show Miss Keisha Brown of High, Higher
Think Higher
Think,
Studios.
Think Higher Studios. Listen, amazing, amazing. We're just, I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. So, folks, we will see you all on the flip side. Bye for now.
Bye.